Hi, I'm Sathi Roy. Welcome to my series, Conversations with Phoenix. Direct, powerful, and unfiltered discussions on humanity, the universe, relationships, and the cycles of transformation.
It's this place where you have to be a flexibility of shifting and of movement, because black and white thinking is rigidity, and rigidity, just the more you go through experiences that sometimes are very dense and very heavy experiences, but they do get you to a place where you realize it's not as simple as you think. It's complicated.
Right.
It's layered, and those experiences help you realize that rigidity really can't actually exist, because it's not in nature. Nothing is actually.
Is there anything
rigid
in nature that is one way only? That's a good question we should think about. Is there anything that you know of that is one way only? Like that is natural in nature?
No. I mean, my knee-jerk reaction, my gut reaction says no, there isn't.
Somebody might say, oh, what about a solid object?
Well, we already know solid objects. If you take it down to its particle level, it's still a moving atom.
Right. So quantum physics has proven that there actually is no such thing as solid.
Yeah. This is still moving down to a subatomic particle level. It's moving, it's shifting, it's changing.
So we have the perception of solid. That's the difference, is that our perception is not always reality. And I think everybody, we are, as you go through life, you think that your perspective is your reality. So it's interesting to even talk about the word reality. Like, what exactly is reality? How could you define reality? When technically speaking, there is no two people that can ever see the same thing at all. Even if we're looking at this candle, and you and I are both looking at this candle, and let's just say there's somebody right behind me or right next to me, they still have a different angle of the candle. There is nothing that you see, that you're seeing in your eyes, anyone else can see.
Yeah. They've done studies on this, where even the perception of color is a fraction different. Right. So we're looking at this candle, but even to a tiny degree, we are perceiving that candle entirely different.
100%.
What I see when I look at this candle is not what you see.
Which is kind of beautiful, because what it shows us, when you actually just understand that one simple but huge concept, which is that nobody can see what you see. Yeah. There is nobody that can compare to what you feel and what you see. So in reality, the truth is there is nobody like you. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, right, we're all different mirrors of each other. Mm-hmm. We're all connected.
And we're connected by human experiences, threads that are common themes throughout the human experience you talk about, which is death and rebirth.
Oh yeah. What connects us all as humans, because we are two things at once, right? We are one of one. Each of us are one of one. There is no replica of us. We all have different thumbs. We all see absolutely different things in different angles, slightly different colors. Our emotions and process differently. So we are both one of one, but at the same time, we are also all completely connected. Mm-hmm. But I don't think anyone can understand how those two things can be without having gone through the multiple death and rebirths, because there is no number. There's no number of death and rebirths you can go through. Mm-hmm. But having gone through enough to then understand detachment.
Yep.
Because detachment is what allowed me to even understand that. Because for a long time, I was looking at the spiritual community. Obviously, I'm a spiritual person, but I even never really resonated with the spiritual community.
We've talked about this, yeah.
But the spiritual community at large talks about detachment, right? They talk about non-attachment, detachment. And I conceptually always understood what that meant. Conceptually, I understand what detachment means, right? I knew that it meant not being so attached to somebody or something that it consumes you and becomes your identity. That makes sense to me. But it never made sense to me how at the same time the spiritual community would talk about universal love and unconditional love and coming from a place of love. Because isn't love an attachment? Isn't loving something an attachment, somebody an attachment? So I never understood how those two things could actually exist and be until I literally was forced to practice detachment. And I don't think anybody can truly understand it until you're forced to feel it yourself, which is why I don't think that there is a way to learn